Okay everyone, welcome back to Wintermute, welcome back to episode 2, and we are starting off exactly where we left off. I'm talking quickly because I think there's going to be some dialogue. Or not.
Hey.
Damn it. Not again. No. The lights.
Hey.
All good.
Easy. Take it easy.
Who are you?
Name's Mackenzie. I'm the one who saved you from the bear.
Kill it?
I don't think so. But I hit it. Maybe scared it away.
Not the way you shoot.
Glad your memory's coming back.
Shit. He got me good this time.
This time?
Yeah. Me and the old bear go back a ways. There's unfinished business between us.
I bandaged you up, but you're in bad shape. Is there anywhere to get medical help?
What? You mean like a hospital? Out here? Nah, nothing like that.
I see you have a radio. Can we call for help?
No. Radio's been dead for the past few days. I can't raise any of the usual channels. I'm not sure why.
Well, you'll need some stronger meds to avoid infection. And for the pain.
You some kind of doctor?
No. But I've been around doctors enough to know you'll be in trouble soon. Unless you get some better help than I can give you.
Yeah. Right. Well... closest help is probably in Milton. Back the way you came.
There's nobody left to help you there. The town's pretty much deserted. There was a fire and...
Damn. The next town's days away. I'm wrecked. But if you leave now, you might be able to...
You won't last days like this. Must be another way.
There's someone who might help. But we can only reach them by radio.
So, we're back to where we started. There's got to be somewhere nearby that might have medical supplies, or another radio we can use.
You might find some comms gear, or parts, in the old Carter Dam. It's probably ancient stuff, though. That place has been abandoned for years. We used to have a first aid room. Might still be some old meds there, too. Something strong enough to maybe numb this pain.
Hang in there. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Wait. Wait. The old bear. He's still out there. He'll be wanting to finish the job.
Okay.
Here. Take my rifle. You won't kill him, but you might scare him off again.
Right.
Watch out. The dam. Unstable.
Wait, what? What do you mean unstable? Damn it. He's passed out.
Okay, why do I think we're going to be playing a version of the Hunted challenge here? We're going to be dodging the bear, I suspect. However, we do have a few things on here that we need to have a quick look at. The wounded trapper enter the abandoned dam. But if we look at our side missions, the basics of survival. Find and harvest some medicinal flora native to Great Bear Island. Reishi tea, old man's beard, wound dressing, rose hip tea. I don't know whether we might be able to wake Jeremiah, well, he hasn't given us his name, but that's what it was in the last game, up if we make use of the things that we already have, things that we were carrying when we came across. So, let us see if we can prepare any of this stuff. So we can prepare some reishi mushrooms. And we can prepare some rose hips. There we go. And we can use this here fire. And the recycle can. To prepare them. And we can use another recycle can to prepare the other one. So, there we go. Just have to keep an eye on those. So they're going to cook away for the next 11 minutes or so. I don't know whether we can actually give them to Jeremiah. We may be able to do that. We'll find out in a moment. We've got the rifle. So we will take the rifle. And we have some rifle ammunition. So we're going to take that. Obviously we have a usable workbench. A bandage. And some more food. It looks like we can actually go through all of Jeremiah's stuff. Seems a little bit there's a lot. There used to be a locker there, and it's not there anymore. So there isn't actually very much here. I'm going to leave the bulk of the rest of this behind. I'm just trying to kill time now until these two are ready, which is almost there. 1 minute. There we are. And let's grab this one, and then that actually completes 2 of our side mission objectives. Oh, I don't know if we can give them to Jeremiah. No, it looks like we can't. But we've picked up that same side mission. Oops. Oh, 1 of 3, 1 of 3. Oh, okay, so we need to make more than 1. Okay, well, let's take our main objective then. It's not quite panning out as I anticipated. Let's take our main objective. We need to get across to the Carter Hydro Dam. Enter the abandoned dam. Right, so we're a little encumbered, so we need to think about if there's anything we can leave behind, because obviously we're now carrying a rifle. And I think the answer, unfortunately, is no. I can't really chance leaving behind any of this stuff, because I'm likely to need it. How encumbered am I? I'm only 1 kilo over. I reckon we can eat and drink our way out of this problem. So let's do that. That's going to get us a bit closer to the mark. So we're only very, very slightly over. So let's have a quick look at the map then. We know where we got to go. We've got to make our way to the Carter Hydro Dam. We are in Mystery Lake. We know where we are and where we're going. All we've got to do is dodge the bear. This is making me nervous. Why do I think the bear is going to be pestering us?
Key to getting out of here. He'd better not die on me.
No, we better not. Okay, why do I think the bear is going to become an absolute thorn in our side? Okay, well, me. Oh, it is Jeremiah. It actually says his name in the storage bin. Okay. I have a feeling this bear is going to be an absolute thorn in our side the whole way through this. So I'm just going to load the rifle. And we are going to make our way towards the dam. See, we need to keep an eye open for the bear. So this is a little bit more anxious than our normal travelling experience through Mystery Lake. So normally we know where the bear is going to be. And we can be relatively certain that we're going to be okay. Right now here, less so. Now, I usually come up here and sort of swing around the high ground. because it just gives me a better view. Oops, I clout the microphone. Okay, so we're all okay so far. So far, so good. Now, obviously, in theory, we could just trek directly to the dam. Oh. Oh. Drop down below that tree. Now, in theory, we can just trek directly to the dam, but I have a feeling, in reality, we may well have to stop off at a couple of midway service halls, if you like, on the way over there. So we might have to drop into the camp office, and we might also have to make use of some of the other stop-off points. And obviously, as well as the bear, this map does have its fair share of wolves, which I suspect are also going to be hunting us. I'm also slightly concerned that this bear is going to be a little bit more aggressive than it normally is in survival mode. There is obviously the hunted challenge, where your mission is to avoid the bear. And in that challenge, it does actively hunt you. And I am just slightly worried that that's going to be the case here, that if we see it even at a distance, it's going to make a run at us. Okay, so I'm going to make my way... I think I'm going to make my way to camp office, and I'm going to use that as a midway point, just to stop, warm up again, and then we'll take stock. There's a wolf. Okay. Annoyingly, it's heading right where we're going. Kind of still trying to use the same tactic that I would normally use against wolves, which is to avoid, generally speaking. Now, in survival mode, you don't tend to see the... Well, yeah, you don't tend to see the bear around here. I don't think I ever have. But you do see wolves, and the bear you do tend to find a little bit further up the trail. So hopefully we've managed to avoid that wolf, and that hopefully means we've avoided all the others as well. Okay, so I'm going to duck into camp office, which is just around this corner. Oh, here comes the music. That always makes me nervous. There's always a reason why that triggers. So obviously this is slightly more familiar territory. It's obviously even more familiar territory if you've been playing the Long Dark for a long time and you've played survival mode and you're very familiar with the with camp office or Mystery Lake as a whole. It's very familiar territory. You know exactly where you're going, so it's not a surprise really. If you're new to the Long Dark and story mode is your first foray, obviously you're not going to know where you are or where you're going, so you wouldn't necessarily know that this is where you could come. I don't know what we're going to find in here. We may find characters in here. Oop, can't jump in the Long Dark. I keep forgetting that. Okay, let's jump in, see what we find. Okay, well, nothing so far. And before we go searching or making use of anything, let's just nip upstairs. Let's make sure no characters lurking. Okay, so camp office is completely abandoned. Nothing in here. Lots of stuff and things though, so Mystery Lake and area history. Oh, quite a long one this. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, that's quite long. If you want to read that, I'll let you read that separately. You can pause it, of course, and read through it. There's a rifle cartridge there. We'll have that. I'm not doing my usual just loot everything kind of tactic that I normally employ. There's lots of stuff here, but I'm kind of going to leave the bulk of it. I've got what I need for now to allow me to do what I need to do. So I'm inclined to just leave everything here, and we'll stop back here on the way back the other way. Got some more rifle ammunition. The incredible abundance of rifle ammunition is making me a tad nervous, because it's making me think.
Sure I can carry much more.
Okay, we are pretty heavily encumbered now. I'll have a quick check on that in a second. Let's have a quick read of this. Due to unusually cold weather this year, we're shutting down Mystery Lake Provincial Park a little earlier than usual. Make sure all cameras are packed up and ready to bug out by the rail truck. Anyone left behind will have to get out on foot. Not a nice prospect. As per the usual procedure, lock up all lake cameras and make sure all provisions are stored in bear-proof containers. And please take the flag down this year. We had to replace it after last winter. The winds just tear it to shreds. After you've finished closing down the camp, make sure to check in at the Forestry Service lookout as requested. Apparently those guys think someone's been using their lookout to store hunting gear and drying old animal skins. Man, I don't envy you. That battle supporting Great Bear has gone downhill since the quakes. I have a feeling that the person who's storing stuff up there is Jeremiah, but that might be useful. It might mean there's some stuff up there that we can get, that we can go and find. So that's potentially useful. That cloth will leave. I did notice... Oh no, it's not another note. Okay, so there's not very much... Well, there's some stuff in here. There's things that we can make use of. We've achieved our goal of warming up. Is there anything we can leave behind in camp office that we don't need to be carrying with us? And in all honesty, I think the answer is no. I'm only slightly encumbered. Oh, the Frozen Angler. We have a book. It's going to help us. Learn to craft fishing tackle, catch fish from Mystery Lake, catch a fish at a fishing hole. So they're going to be, of course, side quests, side missions, but we'll go through. We'll have good doing them. Okay, so camp office we are going to leave for the moment. I want to make my way to the Hydro Dam, so let's go. Excuse me.
Something's gotta go.
Something's gotta go. Okay, things are starting to mist over a little bit. That's my only slight worry. I don't want to get lost. What time are we coming up to? Midday. Well, there's Forestry Lookout up above. The new Forestry Lookout. I'm just trying to decide what the best thing to do is, because it's starting to get very misty. I am actually wondering whether we're better off hanging around here. Just trying to think, there's nothing really between. I just have a bad feeling about this. But we're going to keep moving. If it starts to go south very quickly when we're still within running distance of camp office, I think I'm going to come back here. Okay, let's head towards the rail cars then. This is the first kind of staging point that we can make use of. Now I seem to recall actually that to get in here in the original Wintermute we had to find a key, or we had to find a way of opening a gate. So I'm wondering whether we might have to do the same thing here. We have to find a way in. So we'll just trek along, obviously keeping an eye open for anything that is lurking. Bears or wolves. Visibility's still okay at the moment, so we should be fine. There's a rail locomotive a bit further along here as well. That's going to be my kind of sheltering point, and then there are some cabins just outside the dam, and that is where I'm aiming for initially. Head for those cabins. That's going to mean taking a little bit of a shortcut, which hopefully will be alright. This is derailment, which we're obviously familiar with. So there is usually stuff lurking around here. There's a wolf over there. I'm just going to duck into derailment, I think. We'll just have a quick nosy. What we got? Nothing! Okay. So, we have got a wolf. I am now slightly stuck. There we go. So we have got a wolf wandering about over this way, and that's annoyingly where I was actually going to go. So, we'll just keep ourselves as hot. Excuse me. I've still got the after effects of that cold, which has been bothering me now for several weeks, and it just hasn't gone away. Okay, so the rail car, or the rail locomotive that we can use as a bolt hole, is pretty much straight ahead. In fact, I think that's it, just appearing out of the gloom. Let's try and keep a reasonable distance from that wolf. I actually want to go down there, though. That's a little bit of a quicker route to where we're going. But I obviously have a wolf between me and it. We're actually slowly overtaking the wolf. Because I'm still... still keeping my eyes peeled. That's where I actually want to go, but obviously there's a wolf between us and it, so I'm going to stay over this side. I think I'm going to have to do this the long way round. I'm going to have to follow the rail line, which is a little bit longer than I wanted to go. Well, there may actually be another cut there that I can make use of. But obviously we are keeping eyes, ears and everything else open for the bear. Okay. I'm going to carry on past the locomotive then, and I'm going to see if I can now start nudging over to go down this way. That's where I want to go. It's just a little bit quicker getting to where we want to be. It takes a little bit of a shortcut route. Puts us down. I'm just going to sprint this a little bit. Puts us down on the river. Okay, alright, there's something up there. Something up there, I don't know what that is. Just be a little bit of a graphical thing, but we're coming up to the dam now. Not too far away from it. The cabins that I'm aiming for are up ahead. Ultimately I'm going for the cabins, and this is where we first met Methalusa in the original version of Wintermute. This is where he actually was, so it'd be interesting to see if he's here again, and if he's somehow found his way all the way over here. But before we had to find our way in through a locked gate, we had to find something. If I recall, we have a dead prisoner here. And of course, inside the dam, previously, is where Wintermute actually ended. This was the end of the episode, was deep inside the dam. So I should be very interested to see, because we're going into the dam a lot quicker than we did last time. So I'm going to be very interested to see what happens. Okay, so we're coming up to the cabin. There's a couple of them. Okay, first off, let's just see if I actually can.
This place has seen better days.
Okay, let's see if we actually can get in.
Locked up tight. Must be a key or something around here.
So we need to find the key. The key, I think, is in one of these cabins. I'm going to head over into this one, because I think this is where it was before, if I recall. Are we going to find any characters in these cabins? Well, not in this one. Oh, here's the key. Okay, so we've got the key and we have a note. We know some of you like to hang out in the dam during your breaks and off hours, but the whole facility is still a no-go. The place is falling apart and unsafe to enter, especially the lower dam. If you need another reason, our insurance won't kick in if you hurt yourself in there. You'll be on your own. So this is a reminder to some people who obviously work around here that it's not a safe place to be. We've got a little bit of extra food.
This will come in handy.
Okay, we'll have a look at those in a minute. Oh, we haven't got the pry bar. Obviously we left it behind. Some more matches, another sewing kit, and obviously lots of beds and other stuff and things. More rifle cartridges. I am very nervous by how many rifle cartridges I am finding. Why do I have a feeling we're going to go into the upper dam, we're going to get some medical supplies, and then we're going to have to fight our way back to Jeremiah with the bear chasing us. I just have a feeling that's what's going to happen. So we've had a nice simple run across here, and it has been, apart from one little wolf which we dodged quite easily. Let's see if there's any characters in this one. We've had a nice easy run over here, and we're going to have to battle our way back. That's what I reckon is going to happen.
This stuff will come in handy.
Okay, then they're good. Let's get rid of those. What's that on the floor? Coffee, might even be able to make use of that. Baseball caps no use to us, and there's pretty much nothing else in here. More matches and some soup, and that is pretty much a lot. Temperature 8 degrees. Okay, I think what I'm going to do then, we are going to call it a day for this video. I'm going to drop back into the other trailer, and then for the next video we're going to make our way into the dam, and we're going to see what is what inside the dam. But before we do that, because it's coming up to night time, I'm going to make my way into the other trailer. Just so that we've got a bed and we can sleep our way through and build our condition back up, because I just have a feeling that something is going to kick off as soon as we go inside this dam. So I want to make sure I am prepared for it. But right now I am going to say thank you so much for joining me for some more Wintermute. We are going to continue with this. We're going to make our way into the dam. We're going to see what we find. This is taking a slightly different route to the way it took in the previous version of Wintermute. This was quite late. We're doing this quite early, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. But right now, thank you so much for joining me. As always, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons, which are down below, and check out the playlist for the Long Dark Wintermute and the Long Dark Survival Mode playthroughs, and check out my other videos as well if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to say, as always, I shall see you again very, very soon.